There's a holdup in the Bronx, Brooklyn's broken out in fights. There's a traffic jam in Harlem that's backed up to Jackson Heights. There's a scout troop short a child, Khrushchev's doing idle wild. Car 54, where are you?
Let me tell you, in a nice gentlemanly way, I start to write out a ticket. When this guy opens up a mouth, who, he demands, who put this fire hydrant next to my car while I was parked? I mean, there must be some law against guys opening such a mouth. I'll ask Muldoon.
Look, baby, we'll try to find your husband, but we have to have more of a description than just a big slob. Hold it. Hey, Muldoon.
Yeah?
Where do I send a missing persons report that's out of our precinct?
Send a Form 64B to Central Clearance at headquarters, and they'll send out an Interstate 86B.
Check.
Hey, Muldoon, was it 1951 or 52 that we grabbed Blue Eyes Berman for burglary?
It was 52, April 17th, 3:30 in the afternoon. But we didn't get him on a burglary. We got him on possession of stolen property. Penal Code 1308.
Thanks.
Hey, Muldoon, the 83rd Precinct wants to know if the new approach to the George Washington Bridge is in their jurisdiction.
No, that's the Bridge Authority. It comes under Administration Code 8, subsection 4.
Muldoon, what's the code number on disturbing the peace?
9-62. Unless it's a misdemeanor, and then it's a PC 602, subsection 7.
Thanks.
Say, does anybody want to know what's on television tonight? Boy, the way they ask us questions, we ought to open up a information booth here.
Come on, let's go.
Wait a minute. Say, Muldoon, the tests for promotion to sergeant are coming up. How about filling out one of these applications? We need men like you.
Oh, thank you, Captain, but I'm just as happy doing just what I'm doing.
It's up to you.
Can I have one of those, Captain?
Toody, they give us just so many forms. I can't go around wasting them.
I just asked.
Well, if you're so anxious to fill things out, finish filling out your daily report. You left a blank. What's your badge number?
4, 2, 3. Oh, it's up here, too. I mean, 1432.
Congratulations.
I knew it. I just got confused.
Of course.
Could happen to anybody. First thing in the morning, they hit you. What's your badge number? I know it's what I left home this morning.
I'm sure you did.
I always look at my badge. When I kiss Lucille goodbye, it always gets caught in the dress.
I know.
One morning, I was in such a hurry, I dragged her halfway to the bus stop.
Come on, we gotta go on. Sign in and let's go. Gunther, you just signed out. Sign in.
Oh.
What's the matter with you this morning?
Well, if you must know, it makes me ill sick. The way you stand around to show off and spouting off all these rules and regulations.
Gunther, they asked me.
You didn't have to know.
Well, I just happened to.
Yeah, and you just happened to leave me standing around looking like some sort of a dummy.
Gunther, I didn't mean that.
There's more to being a policeman than just memorizing a couple of laws.
I know.
They might as well put uniforms on parakeets.
Gunther, you got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. Now, I'm not going to argue with you. Come on, let's go on duty.
Muldoon, I need some information.
1432.
What's that?
That's my badge number.
Badge? Who wants to know your badge number?
Well, you better know it. That seems to be the only thing on the captain's mind this morning. My badge number. Come on, Muldoon. Let's go.
Now, what's with this morning? Everybody opens up a mouth.
Francis?
What is it, Gunther?
I'm sorry I popped off like that at the station.
Oh, forget it. It just happened a couple of questions came up, and I knew the laws.
I know a law, too, myself, you know, but they just didn't ask me.
I know.
Like City Ordinance 67B, subsection F. No handball playing allowed against the precinct station.
Hey, Gunther, that's terrific.
Who am I kidding? I'm some cop. I know one law. And you know something? I already forgot my badge number.
I may know a lot of technical police things out of books, but when the chips are down, there's no one I'd rather have next to me than you.
Oh, gee, thanks, Francis. Francis, if you really want to study police methods, do what I do. Watch television.
How can you, yourself a policeman, still believe in those cops and robbers on television?
Oh, I don't believe in the cops, just the robbers. Boy, what robbers they got on television.
All right, Gunther. You just keep on watching television.
Oh, boy. What a night they got on tonight. A big crime night. What a lineup. Yeah. Oh. Listen to this. From 6 to 7, Seaside 776. From 7 to 8, R Squad. From 8 to 9, The Unmentionables. From 9 to 10, the American album of famous gang murders. From 10 to 11, The Assassins. And then they sign off the air with a prayer from the chaplain of Sing Sing.
What would you do with your evenings if it wasn't for television?
Francis, I don't even want to think of it.
Are you sure you have to take that out to the shop?
I'm afraid so. Look, Mrs. Toody, I think I can have it back by tomorrow, but only under one condition. That when your husband finds out it's gone, he don't start telephoning me every 5 minutes, threatening to report me to the Better Business Bureau.
Don't you worry.
The last time we had the set, he stood in the doorway of the store all night waiting for me to open.
Well, it's not going to happen again.
I never seen a television set used so much. You change tubes like they were light bulbs.
One night, he's going to have to do something besides watch television. Oh, that's the front door. I think he's home.
Where's the back door? If he sees me carrying this out, he'll nab me for kidnapping.
Out that way.
Hi, Lucille.
Gunther, I've got news for you. Gunther. Gunther.
Hey, Lucille, here's something you like. A monster picture.
What did you say?
Is that you? What are you doing to the set?
I've been trying to tell you. Now, don't panic. The set is out being fixed.
What? Where's the phone?
Wait, you're not going to call the repairman.
What am I going to do all night? I'll go nuts.
For one night in the year, you can do something besides watch television.
Well, what is there to do?
Why don't you sit down and relax?
Relax do what? The television set is broke. What can I do to relax?
You don't have to do something to relax. Just relax.
Just relaxing makes me nervous.
Oh, stop being ridiculous.
What am I going to do all night?
Why don't you sit down and read a book?
Now who's being ridiculous?
I'm serious, Gunther. I just got this bestseller. Everybody's raving about it. It's called The Sacrifice, Gunther. Just one evening, why don't you sit down and read a book?
I'll tell you why. The last book I read depressed me. I told you about it.
I know, but every book isn't sad like Black Beauty. Read one chapter.
I didn't want to read no book.
Just one paragraph.
Oh, why don't you leave me alone?
Gunther, just read one sentence.
One sentence.
Gunther, before I die, I'd like to be able to tell people that I once saw my husband reading a book. Is that too much to ask?
One sentence?
One sentence.
All right.
Gunther. Gunther?
Oh, oh.
What is it?
Hey, this is great. This is about two partners in show business who do an act, Rex and Elmer. And they've been together 9 years, just like me and Muldoon.
Well, that's nice. Now I can die happy. I finally saw my husband reading a book. Gunther, you haven't touched your dinner.
Lucille, Rex and Elmer are doing their act at a cheap burlesque house when a Broadway producer comes in and wants to hire Rex because he's got a lot of talent. But Rex says no. He didn't want to leave Elmer.
Will you put down that book and eat your dinner?
Shh, shh.
Gunther! It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Rex and Elmer just had a fight.
Well, there's going to be another one if you don't turn out that light and go to sleep.
You don't understand. Elmer loved Rex so much, he deliberately picked a fight with him so Rex would leave him and go off and become a star. And now, Rex is off to Broadway.
Fine. Now, please don't wake me again until he's at least at Grand Central Station.
Oh, Lucille, Rex is a hit on Broadway.
You finished? Gunther, I want you to promise me something. That you'll never read another book again.
Are you kidding? It was fate that made me read this book.
What are you talking about?
That wasn't the story of Rex and Elmer. It was the story of me and Muldoon.
Oh, Gunther.
It's true. Muldoon's father was a captain of the police, and his grandfather was a deputy commissioner. And only yesterday, Captain Black wanted him to fill out an application for advancement. But Muldoon said no. And do you know why? He didn't want to leave me.
Gunther, you're starting to imagine things.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm holding Muldoon back. Lucille, I gotta make the sacrifice.
That does it.
Where you going?
I'm going to call the TV repairman. I want that set back in this house as soon as possible.
I gotta pick a fight with him. Let me see. Where was it that Elmer picked a fight with Rex? Oh, here. You got talent, Rex, but you're never gonna get anywhere because you're yellow. You're afraid to go out there and be a star. You're yellow. Oh, I'm yellow, am I? Said Rex, springing up. I'll show you. When Muldoon is made commissioner, I'll be standing out in the snow with my nose pressed against the window looking in. But my heart will be filled with pride, just the way Elmer's heart was when he stood out in the snow the night that Rex got an Oscar.
Boom, 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 boom.
Do you mind? Do you mind?
Do I mind what, Gunther?
Making those stupid sounds.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop if it annoys you.
How's your mother?
My mother? She's simply fine.
She's a big windbag, that's what she is.
Gunther, did you call my mother a big windbag?
That's right. Your mother's a big windbag.
She certainly is.
What kind of a son are you? Let me call your mother a big windbag.
Now look, Gunther, I love my mother. I think she's wonderful. But like you say, she certainly is a big windbag. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'm sorry. It disturbs you.
You know what disturbs me? The big grandstand play that you make, that you don't want to make the test for sergeant.
Just doesn't interest me, that's all.
You're yellow, that's all. Do you hear me? You're a coward. You're a lily-livered, weak-kneed coward. And you're the worst kind of a coward. You're an afraid coward. What do you got to say about that, Rex?
Gunther, why did you call me Rex?
Never mind. I said you're yellow, and you're afraid to take that test. Because deep down in your heart, you know you're probably the worst policeman on the force.
Worst policeman?
Yeah, I've been covering up for you for years.
Covering up for me? Are you trying to tell me that I'm dumber than you are? If I was dumber than you, I couldn't even tie my shoelaces.
You're nothing but a bookworm.
Bookworm?
Yes. When it comes to real police work, you're nothing.
Real police work?
Every time they give you school crossing duty, I pray that the kids get you across the street safe. And they want to make you a sergeant.
Oh, you think I couldn't make it, huh?
Not a chance.
All right, Gunther Toody, I'll show you. I'll take the test. I'll make sergeant. I'll go farther than that. I'll be a captain like my father was. I'll show you. Okay?
Okay.
Gunther,
What is it?
you're right. I'd make a terrible sergeant.
Are you kidding? You'd make a great sergeant.
No, you're right, Gunther. I've just been reading all those manuals and about procedures and rules and methods just to cover up the fact that I'm not even a good cop.
Don't talk like that, Rex.
You called me Rex again?
Never mind. Just take that test and show me.
No, you're a good friend, Gunther. It takes a really good friend to make a man see what he really is.
Don't listen to me. I'm dumb. You know, everybody calls me Dumb Elmer.
Who's Elmer?
Never mind. Look, Francis, it's in your blood. Your father was a captain. Your grandfather was a commissioner.
At my age, my father was a lieutenant already. And look at me, the worst policeman on the force.
You are not.
Gunther, I know you're trying to be kind, but please, I don't want to hear any more about it. Understand?
I understand. I read that book too fast. I must have missed some pages.
I'm sorry I failed you, Dad. Gunther was right. I'm just not practical enough to be a policeman. I have no confidence in myself anymore. Poor Mother. She's going to be heartbroken. Mother?
Is that my baby boy? I didn't hear you come in.
Mother, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Yes, dear.
Mother, I don't think I've been a very good policeman.
Well, then why don't you quit the force, dear?
But, Mother, I've spent 10 years on the force. What would I do if I quit?
Well, for one thing, you might become a foreign diplomat. You've got nice features, and you're tall.
But, Mother, I like being a policeman. In fact, I thought I was a pretty good policeman until today when Gunther said I wasn't any good.
Don't fret, Francie. Look at it this way. You've always tried your best, and you've always been on the right side. And your mother's proud of you, because it's certainly better that you were a failure as a policeman than a failure as a gangster or something.
You're always there when I need you.
That's what mothers are for. Now get out of that silly uniform and get dressed for dinner. Your sister Kathy's bringing her psychology instructor over tonight.
Psychology instructor?
Yes, and please just don't sit around. Try to make conversation.
Oh, I certainly want to talk to him.
And after 10 years on the police force, you suddenly had this psychological feeling that you're not cut out to be a policeman and that you want to quit.
That's right. But I want to make absolutely sure. After all, I spent 10 years on the force. And besides, I've got so much money tied up in uniforms.
Yes.
Monopolized Mr. Benedict all evening.
Oh, please, Kathy, this is very important. It means my whole future.
All right, I'll help Mother with the dishes.
Thanks. Mr. Benedict.
Now, wait. You mentioned uniform. When you were a child, did you ever have a cowboy costume?
No.
A sailor suit?
You see, I grew so fast, I practically went from diapers to long pants.
It's obvious you have a uniform fixation.
A uniform fixation?
Yes, you should never have become a policeman.
No?
No, the only reason you were a policeman was for the opportunity to wear a costume. To you, the police uniform was merely the cowboy costume you never had as a child.
Just a costume? Mr. Benedict, if I'm not cut out for a policeman, what am I cut out for? I must be good for something.
We can find out in a minute. The Anderson Vocational Aptitude Test will tell us. When I say a word, all I want you to do is to say immediately the first word that comes to your mind. Ready?
Go ahead.
Book.
Worm.
Horse.
Fly.
Lady.
Bug.
Japanese.
Beetle.
Clothes.
Moth.
Grass.
Hopper.
Thank you.
What does it show?
Why, this is astounding. Never have I given a test that pointed so definitely to one and only one career.
What does it show I should be?
An exterminator.
An exterminator?
Yes. You have the killer instinct, but in a very mild form.
Mr. Benedict?
Yes?
Will I make a good exterminator?
You'll make a great exterminator.
Thanks.
I don't care what the psychologist said. You're still a great cop, Francis.
No. I know what I am now, Gunther. I'm quitting the force.
You can't do that. You're my partner. You're my friend. You can't leave me.
Oh, I'll be seeing a lot of you. I'm going to become an exterminator. And you live in a pretty buggy neighborhood.
Francis, you were born to be a policeman.
No. I was just playing policeman, dressed up in this policeman's costume.
Well, he was going about 70 miles an hour. Go ahead and give him a ticket, Francis.
You give him the ticket, Gunther. He's liable to see a grown man like me wearing this costume and laugh at me.
Francis, nobody could give out a ticket like you. You were always so firm. Nobody could talk you out of it.
I was?
You were great. Go ahead, Francis. It'll build your confidence back up again. Go on and give him a ticket.
What if he snickers at me?
Go ahead.
What is it, officer?
Well, you were going kind of fast. Why are you staring at my costume?
Your costume? Oh, you mean your uniform. I wasn't staring at your uniform.
You were staring at it. But that's all right. I understand. They make us wear it. It wasn't my idea. When I'm off duty, I wear a very conservative brown pinstripe.
How fast was I going exactly?
70 miles an hour.
I wasn't going any 70 miles an hour.
60?
I wasn't going any 60 either.
50? Now look, mister, according to traffic law number... I'm a little upset this morning. I can't remember the exact traffic law. But let me put it to you this way. Where do you think you're going? To a fire?
No, I'm not going to a fire.
Oh, you're not? Well, I didn't think you were, really. It's a saying we have around the precinct. Silly, isn't it? But be that as it may, I have to give you a ticket. I'm a little nervous this morning. I had nightmares all night about termites. Would you be so kind as to make out your own ticket?
Here, I'll do it. You better go back in the patrol car and rest.
My daddy was a captain.
Muldoon, I refuse to accept your resignation.
I'm sorry, sir. I have other plans.
Muldoon, you're one of my best men. There's a great future for you in the department. I can't understand what... You're the one man I had great hopes for. A real asset to the department. Last thing I could imagine would be you leaving the force. Muldoon, are you catching flies?
Yes, sir. I'm rather good at it, you know.
Haven't you been listening to anything I've said?
Did you say something, Captain?
Come in.
Captain, can I see you outside for a minute?
All right. Excuse us, Muldoon.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not through in here yet.
What's the matter with him, Toody? Did you have anything to do with this?
You can pull me out later, Captain. Right now, we gotta build Francis' confidence back up again.
But how?
We'll remind him of all the heroic deeds he did while he was on the force.
Heroic deeds? I don't remember any.
There aren't any. But in the state of mind he's in, he'll believe anything. You're smart, Captain. Make some up.
Well, let me think.
Francis.
Hold still, Captain.
Muldoon, in your resignation, you have to list your citations.
Citations? Oh, I haven't got any citations.
Are you kidding? Don't you remember the time when you single-handedly brought Machine Gun Wilkins out of his flat?
Machine Gun Wilkins?
That's right. You went in there, knocked the machine gun out of his hand, dragged him out into the street. Good show, Muldoon.
Thanks.
Don't you remember the time when you broke up the Nolan gang?
Nolan gang.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, how's your arm?
My arm?
Yeah, it was your right arm, wasn't it? The one that Killer Comac almost ripped out of its socket before you finally subdued him on the Grand Concourse? Bother you much anymore?
Only when it rains. Come on, sign in and let's go.
Take it easy. I'm signing.
Congratulations, you can write your name. Boy, it's a good thing I didn't make sergeant. What would you do without me?
I get along.
Don't be stupid. They drop you off the force in a week.
Are you kidding? Maybe I'll surprise you. Maybe I'll take that test for sergeant, too.
Ha! Don't make me laugh. You haven't got the moxie for it. Did you hear me, Toody? You haven't got it here to be a sergeant.
Oh, yeah? I'll show you. I'll fill out an application for that test, too. Captain, do you have an application? Captain!
Good luck, Rex.
holdup in the Bronx. Brooklyn's broken out in fights. There's a traffic jam in Harlem that's backed up to Jackson Heights. There's a scout troop short a child. Cruise ships do and I know wild.
Car 54, where are